Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Plush Jungle Show. Today's guest is a truly multi-talented individual. Now, I don't say that just to make this introduction sound flowery. I know it sounds like that, but you'll understand exactly what I mean when you hear her story. From her beginning as a singer to becoming an award-winning interior designer, she has embraced creativity in more ways than one. I'm thrilled to introduce Isabella Hamann. Originally from Poland, she's built her life and career in Germany, and now her work spans beyond borders with clients across France and Italy. She embodies a rare combination of arts and commerce. Now, what do I mean by that? She is someone who can design breathtaking spaces while also excelling at the entrepreneurial side of the business. Her journey is a powerful story of resilience and inspiration. Nothing was handed or served to her on a silver platter. She had to start from scratch, with no language, no documents, and no support. Initially living in one room with eight other people, today she designs presidential suites which are the size of eight rooms. Her creative touch has graced everything from crockery and cups to entire interiors and furniture lines. Now, her incredible work has been recognized by numerous prestigious awards. I won't be able to read out all of them to you since there are so many, but let me read out a few of them. So, recently, she's been awarded with the Best International Bespoke Residential Real Estate Firm for 2025, multiple luxury lifestyle awards, and she's also been named one of the top 100 interior designers. In addition to these honors, Isabel has also had the privilege of serving as a panelist for some of the most respected interior design award shows, which are held worldwide. Now, this is a testament not only to outstanding achievements, but also to her authority and expertise in the field. So, all of these accolades, which by the way will be listed in the show notes, are a reflection of her hard work, vision, and unstoppable drive. So, without further ado, please join me in welcoming the incredible Isabella. Welcome to the Plush Jungle Show. It's been a long time that I wanted to us to do this, but things were not matching up. The timing and also me traveling and then you traveling. So yeah. How have you been and how is it going for you?
Hi, Prem. Thank you for having me in your podcast. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, we are running on many projects at the moment. That's why I'm quite busy. That's why it was a long journey to meet each other.
Yeah.
But today we are now here. Yeah, so I'm very happy about it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So yeah, I mean, we met online and then also I saw your work, was pretty impressed and as you know, I wanted to talk to you about interiors design for sure. Um, but would you like to start with something from a personal space, which is from where you started? How did you get into interior designing, or what kind of inspired you to be one?
Mhm. Okay, maybe we will start the long story, but I will try to keep it short, because I was born in Poland and I spent my first 19 years in Poland.
Mm-hmm.
And after that time, I had the feeling that the political system became very bad in Poland. So thought maybe I should move to Germany to find my way for the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved to Germany. I moved directly to Berlin. I have to say I had not that much money. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have any German documents, just a Polish pass, no language, nothing. But I found some friends, they helped me, they supported me. I could share an apartment with eight other Polish girls. It was a very nice experience at the beginning in Berlin. I didn't speak that language, so I started to speak a little of English. But as we had in Poland just Russian language at the school, it was
Mm-hmm.
also very challenging for me. After I settled myself a little bit, after 3 months, I met someone who was a music producer, and I started to sing. It was a very nice experience, because of that time, many years ago, I'm singing till today.
Wow.
And it became a huge passion. And it's a very impressive experience. So it was one of my ways how to get into this life full of art and interior design.
Mhm.
And my career started in architectural office from Mr. Professor Karl August von Halle. I could start to study as the guest student on the university in Berlin. And I had a great group and support of 30 architects in this office. And they
Mhm.
helped me that much. I am so grateful till today for this opportunity. It was, yeah, I have to tell you, you hear on my voice how impressive it was. And I learned a lot. I could study, I could run on different projects regarding architecture. We had many projects for social projects, like for hospitals or apartments for people they are not well settled in their lives. And it was very interesting experience. But after 6 years, my boss needed Mr. Karl August von Halle. He needed to close his office, and I was searching for another job. And I found a job by Mrs. Jagdfeld, Anna Maria Jagdfeld, and she was the owner of a beautiful and very famous office of AMJ Design for interior designs. So when I started to work there, we were just 8 people. After 1 year, because we've got so many, so huge projects, we were 30 interior designers. And we had around 10 different hotel projects, huge one. Every one of this project had his own specific style of
Mhm.
interior design. Like, for example, Hotel Adlon in Berlin. It's very famous and known hotel
Mhm.
because it's the Kempinski chain group. And maybe I can tell you just a story who was sleeping in this hotel. Michael Jackson, Daniel
Mhm.
Craig, Sharon Stone.
Right.
This hotel is placed on the Brandenburger Gate at Pariser Platz. And it was for me a wonderful experience because I took care over this project for 11 years.
Nice.
So
Impressive. Yeah.
I know every corner in this hotel. So we built a very special suites, like for example, presidential suite
Mhm.
for different politicians or for some Arabic guests. We
Mhm.
built some special suites for some actress.
Mhm.
We've done von Rahmi Khan, a beautiful hairstylist salon, um, wellness and spa, different restaurants for Tim Rauer. He's a very famous German cook
Mhm.
guy. And yeah, so it was nice experience. And last but not least, we built also a China club. It's a private member club.
Mhm.
Yeah, very impressive one. And yeah, many of my clients are members in this club.
Mhm.
And it's very impressive to see this club on 2 levels. We have fully Chinese design.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very unique in Berlin
Nice.
because we have many Asian restaurants, but the quality of the China club is yeah very special.
Sure, I can imagine. Well, definitely, it's very impressive to hear that you've been a part of this beautiful project, and many more. Just to get back to where you started by saying that you came into Germany and then you also entered the singing industry. Could you talk a little more about like how did it happen, and what was since you say that you still sing, do you take part in like what is it? Is it rock band, or what kind of music is that?
Okay, I met um, the music producer. It was a quite funny story on the bus.
Oh,
We yeah, I was driving home. He was sitting there, so we started to chat with each other, and he told me, "Oh, I'm a music producer. Maybe you want to join me in a music studio to see how I work." And at this time, they were searching for a background singer and a person who is just singing this all echoes like ah and oh and they in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so he was doing his music. They had some singers, and then they told me, okay, just stay behind, try to sing. And I started to sing, and then I stayed there for another 3 years because I had a quite good voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got after that time, he started to search for a record company for the contract. And he found a company in Hamburg, and it was Sony Music. It was a
Mm.
huge, yeah, exactly. It was a huge company. At this time, they had a contracts with Gianna Nannini from Italy, with Ace of Base, and some other different singers and artists. And we've got that contract, and then I record a full CD with
Mm-hmm.
10 songs. My name was at this time Ocean.
Ocean.
I've
Nice.
Yes, yes, Ocean. I have a very strong connection to the sea, to the water, and that Ocean was a beautiful name for
Mm-hmm.
this time. Then we found a photographer for CD cover. We had a wonderful night. It was very warm at this time.
Mm-hmm.
We had around 33 degrees. So we took the pictures during the night at three
Mm.
o'clock in the morning because it was the only one possibility that we could take these pictures in this photo studio. It was incredible hot.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so I've got beautiful pictures of myself with 22.
Really?
And yes,
We would like to see if you can share this with us. We can put it across, and we put it
yes,
on
of
the social
course, it
media
will
for
be. Thank you. It
that
will
would be
be a
nice.
pleasure for me. Yeah,
Yeah. So
thank you.
what language was this when you were singing? Was it Polish? Was it German? English?
No, it was everything was in English. It was a
Okay.
modern pop,
Oh,
very
nice.
easygoing. Yeah, it was really very, very nice. My English wasn't that good, but when you place some voices over the voices that you are singing in two or three voice ranges, then and
Yeah.
we have some wonderful specialists for the sound.
Hmm.
Yeah, this guy who worked for us, he got very famous because one of the later songs, he after that they won many awards about this song, and they opened a great music studio at Ibiza in Spain. Yeah,
Nice.
and yeah, but can I be honest with you? What
For
happened
sure.
after that?
For
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
when you are a singer, you are not. Yeah, it's difficult to get enough money
Mm.
to earn that money that you need for a daily life.
Right.
That's why I decided to change my profession and to start to be an architect,
Okay.
right? And but my passion for singing, it didn't stop until today. So I'm still singing. I'm not in a band, but maybe in the future. I was
Nice.
asked today
Hmm.
if I can sing for someone.
That's nice.
So yeah. So it's a very nice idea. And I'm very open to all offers, to all proposition from some other musician. Yeah.
Nice. So this is like more that you, so yeah, as you're saying, this was your passion, and fair enough that you had to switch to architect. It was a shame because you couldn't get the right kind of money, which is very much needed and required. Um, and as you say that you would love to go, I mean, still sing. Um, so did architect happen out of this, this need for money, or also you had some inclination towards design, that you had this thing in the background going on in your head about design?
Yeah, why did I start to study architecture? It's a quite interesting. My father was architect.
Mm-hmm.
And as the system in Poland became so difficult, he left Poland. He went to Germany, and he started to work in Germany also as an architect. But after 3 years in Germany, he died.
Oh,
He died on a heart attack. So my mom left alone at home in Poland with two small kids. And
okay,
yeah, we needed to find a solution.
right.
So my mother started to work on her own with her own business. we were going to school, it was a quite tough time for me. It was very, very sad. But, I figured out everything. And with 19, I decided to leave Poland, to go to Germany and to step into the feats from my father. This was my connection to architecture because I remembered as a child uh, when he done the drawings at home, when he was working on it, when I could go with him. I was 5 years old, and he took me with him to the construction sites. So I was very familiar with that.
Mm.
And yeah, that's why the construction sites or building sites are, I am like in a second home.
Right.
I love to work through buildings. They are still not done, and to have this vision how it will look when it's getting ready, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I have a great imagination about a project. When I see some rooms,
Mm-hmm.
I have in this moment an imagination of this, how it will look after that. And the most difficult thing is to explain it to your client.
Absolutely right.
Because even if you have your vision in your mind, it doesn't mean that your client has the same vision, right?
Correct.
Your client sees just naked walls,
Mm-hmm.
rough floor. He sees just concrete, just, metal windows. There is nothing in this room. And to transform this to a beautiful rooms where everyone feels happy, yeah, it's challenging. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can understand from why you say this, since it's almost correlated to furniture and designing in furniture and trying to make the client understand how it's going to look.
Mhm.
It can be very difficult. Um, Also, you have to match to a lot of other priorities of the client and their thoughts and vision. Also, the budget plays a big role in the whole thing. So I'm pretty sure that that's challenging, and so it's great that you kind of I think went back to your father's kind of industry where he was working in, and you're doing the same thing, and I'm pretty sure that he would have been very proud knowing that you've been doing so well in the same industry. So did you went to a formal school and did the architect learnings, or did you just learn it on the way working with these great professors that you mentioned?
I worked with the great professors. I could visit the university just as a guest because I didn't get any permission for this in Germany. It was very difficult. It needed 5 years until I got a German nationality.
Right.
So, but I could join all studies as for architecture, and I've gotten very, very known architectural in this field because of my practice. It was much more important than just learning from the books, right?
Right.
And my it was very, very nice experience because my colleagues, they took me from the beginning to the construction sites. They explained me every detail. You can't imagine how impressive it was, because to understand from the beginning the construction of the roofs, flat roofs or tent roofs, or of the windows, how to build the windows in, or what is the which kind of concrete or quality of concrete do we need for some special buildings, for the floors, for the walls, for everything. Yeah, but I was very open-minded, and I was like, yeah, I was very, very interested in everything.
You were
And
like a you
what
were like a
was
sponge receiving everything. You were trying to absorb everything.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. This was on the one side. This was, this practical exercises. But on the other side, we needed to make many drawings. We need to draw because we didn't have any computer at this time. There was no computer program for this.
Hmm.
After I started to work, we started to work with AutoCAD on a computer after 5 years. For the first 5 years, I was drawing everything on paper, on huge, huge, yeah, papers in the
Hmm.
size A0. You
Hmm.
can imagine how big A0 is.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Okay.
So, what year was this? Would you be able to remember that? What year you started uh, visiting
It
these
was
buildings?
Yeah, it was wonderful because to place a project, to do a project on a paper and to see this later on a building site, it's very impressive. You know, when you see just in 2D lines on a paper and you go to other place and you see this in 3D when it's built, this is just breathtaking. For me, it was so like bam.
Yeah.
And then I had a lot of practice on the construction site. It was necessary to go to construction sites for 3 months.
Hmm.
And you can imagine in this field, on this construction site, it's called the Dussmann House. This building is existing till today. It's a huge bookstore. Um, I was the only one woman. I was 22, 300 workers, and Isabella. Yeah, I took
Boy,
care
that's
of this. Yeah, I took care of these guys because I was kind of project management, right?
hmm.
And yeah,
What
so
year?
they,
What
they
year was that? What year was that? Do you remember the year?
what year was that? Just a second. Wow, 1997 probably. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
I
So
was.
there is a famous street called Friedrichstraße in Berlin, in East Berlin. It's very famous because there was a border between West Berlin and East Berlin,
Yes, I know
right?
about that. Yeah.
So it was a kind of open space. And after the wall,
Came down like
you
after
know,
the wall
yeah,
was removed.
came
Yeah.
down. Exactly. Thank you. They started to build on the Friedrichstraße different buildings, and
Hmm.
Dussmann House was one of the first. And
Nice.
yeah, when I got
Friedrich Casa.
Friedrichstraße.
Oh my God, I can never pronounce that.
Yeah,
Friedrich
sorry
Straße.
for
Okay.
that.
No, no, no. I'm just trying.
Yeah,
My German is
yeah,
really bad. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And you can imagine walk through the street. There was no one building, and just this building for Dussmann House, me as a solo woman, as a solo
Mm-hmm.
girl with 22 and 300 workers
My God.
from Portugal, from Turkey, from Poland, from Russia. No one of them spoke German. No one. So we had mixed cultures, mixed religions, mixed people, and no language.
Wow. That must
But
have been
yeah,
an experience for 3 months.
for three
Yeah.
months
Oh
exactly.
my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. But we after we finished that project, we had a grand opening. Mr. Dussmann, because he was the owner and investor, he came from Munich to Berlin, and we had a great, great, wonderful party for the open
Right.
till today. When you will come to Berlin, I can show you this.
Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. If it's so it's close to Berlin, basically.
It's in Berlin.
It
It's in the
is in
middle
Berlin.
of Berlin.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Because what I thought
yeah.
was this was in between the east and the west. There was an area, a zone,
Eh,
which was a free zone.
No, no, no. No, no. The area between East and West Berlin was middle in Berlin, right?
Okay. Did not know that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You have to imagine the Brandenburger Gate
Mm-hmm.
was also a kind of border, right?
Okay. Okay. I did
So
not know that.
when
Yeah.
you were on the side, yeah, when you were on the side from East Berlin, there was a field between Brandenburger Gate and the next wall about 100 meter
Mm-hmm.
with military guard. So you
Okay.
couldn't step into this area. It was forbidden.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right.
And on this train station, there was a building where people could meet from East and West Berlin,
Okay.
right? Because some families were when they decided to put the wall, some families were divided
Yeah, for sure.
in
Yeah.
this moment. So they needed to decide within few minutes, shall I stay in West Berlin? Shall I go to East Berlin? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And this building was very, very important because there was a train station on the Friedrichstraße where people could see each other. And this building was called palace of crying,
Mhm.
palace of
Crying, yeah.
tears. Yeah,
And okay,
because everyone
but
got
was
so sad. They
what was the name in German? Because I'm sure it was a German
uh,
name.
yeah, it was Tränenpalast.
Hmm.
Tränenpalast.
Okay, which means Palace of
Yeah,
Crying. Okay.
yeah, 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 Palace of Tears, right. And even this building exists still today. Yeah.
Hmm. And it's a
Hmm.
normal building where people can just go and see around. It's like converted into a museum, or what is it? Like
I
people.
think I think it turned. I'm not sure, but for the long time it was a kind of museum.
Hmm.
But I have to check now because in Berlin many things
For sure.
change at the moment. So
Yeah.
you never know when you want to go to the special building you have in your mind. You
Hmm.
don't know, is it still existing? Is it open? Is it closed? Is it a museum? Is it
Right.
a building for art? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a
Um,
very touching
Berlin.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
touching story. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Berlin has many buildings connected to these very, very hard and tough times. Yeah. For the people living here. Yeah.
Right. Mm. So, so that's such an honor that you got to work on such a prestigious project, which was basically um, A, because of the the place where it was, which was of so much of meaning for people, where they kind of met each other. I think it was in the same area which you are trying to describe, and it was one of the only buildings which came up. So this building that you had kind of worked on, that is still there, and people can still visit that building, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It's called Dussmann House.
Dushman House.
If
Okay.
you want, yeah, if you want to buy a great book, even in English languages, if you want to buy a CD or a vinyl, they have
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful department even for vinyls, what is not that common everywhere. But Berlin is very famous for
Right.
art, for music, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, very interesting.
That's
We have many
amazing.
musicians here. Yeah,
Yeah.
many musicians. Everyone is getting here because we have so many different fields of music you can
Mm-hmm.
join here, from jazz through pop, through African style,
Mm-hmm.
Jamaican rap, everything. You can find everything here. We have even some districts because we have many young people getting to Berlin, right? Berlin
Right.
is so exciting for them. So there is one district called Prenzlauer Berg,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even need to speak German because
Mm.
everyone speaks English there. Yeah.
Mm, that's nice.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. For you, it's nice. For some German, not.
For me, for
Then don't
sure.
they, yeah, they don't feel very comfortable there.
Yeah, I'm sure because of the language. So your the music that you kind of sang in, is it still available? Can we listen to that online, or is it only the?
No, yeah, it's not available because we needed to quit the contract. We've got some issues with the production company, with the music company, but it was at least a wonderful experience.
Mhm.
And yeah, I was many times on the stage singing
Mhm.
for different groups, for different people, for yeah, different kind of parties. So it was very, very good for me to get this
Nice.
experience. And now I feel in my heart that I would love to sing some kind of jazz
Mm,
and
nice.
even maybe, yeah, and even maybe some country music. We will see what the future will bring. Yeah.
Really looking forward to see Ocean sing jazz
Yeah, good.
and country music. So yeah, it's great that I'm talking to a singer and a great interior designer. So talking about your interior designing, as you were saying that you started, you kind of had a very hands-on experience with architecture and you did not have to go to the school. The reason I was asking you is because a lot of people want to start something in the designing world, but they get held back because they think that, oh, they have not got a formal education and they don't have so and so, certificates or let's say, kind of
licenses or something like that. But I think looking at you, because you had, you started off from a very small place, you came from a different country without the knowledge of the language, and I think you're still doing so amazingly well. I think it's a great inspiration for people who would like to get into something new, but they are just kind of scared, or kind of, some kind of mindset is holding them back. So yeah, this is a great example where people can take, this in a positive way. Um, because even I was thinking at one point doing furniture, there was a lot of overlapping of designing happening, and a lot of people telling me to design their homes for them because they thought that because we had the right aesthetics with furniture and everything. But I used to always push it back because I said, I'm not a, I've never learned, I've never gone to school. So in a way, I used to also push it back. Not that I would like to be now, but never know if in the future I would like to. But it's very interesting. I like the as you said, you like the concept that, it's on a piece of paper, and how it might then come into this reality, how it looks, and that idea is really great. Um, uh, just recently we had a camp, for a spiritual camp, where I was there, and so we built this place from scratch. Basically, it's a 2-month camp where you serve food for free to people and saints, and usually we were serving like about 3,000, 4,000 people a day, meals, proper meals, and we have to build this place from scratch. Basically, we have to build rooms, and we have to, build bathrooms, and sewage systems, and tanks, and some things like this. So it was fascinating for me as well to see how we went from a ground zero, to this beautiful camp. So I think I resonate with your idea and thoughts about how exciting it is to see things build up in front of you. Um, so tell me, how did you go back to architecture? So you were working for these professors, you shifted to working for someone who was really well known and had these chain of hotels. Um, did did at that point, you knew that in the future you would have your own company of interior designing, or was it like already a thought planned, or it just happened?
Yeah, it was very surprising for me because we will go back and the later point to the if you need some certificates to be an interior designer or architect. I will tell you a story why it's important finally
Mm-hmm.
at the end.
Sure.
But yeah, it was very surprising for me because I worked for many, many years for Mrs. Jagdfeld, and we had beautiful projects, very impressive. We were in the press, we were on TV, just everywhere. And but after 11 years, it became a little bit difficult to work for this company because they've got some troubles with
Mm-hmm.
different projects. It's almost difficult to manage just a huge project, right? So I decided with one of my colleagues that we will build our own company.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was already 20 years, 17 years ago. Yeah. So yeah, we opened our own company. It was called Fine Rooms Design Concepts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And from this moment we started to work as hell. I can tell. We've got so many projects from our clients. We couldn't we needed 8 people. They were working for us, 8 interior designers. I worked not 24/7, I worked 48/10. And it was quite challenging because I was already married. I have my
Mm,
child, my boy. His name is
mm,
Ben,
Ben.
and to yeah, to manage everything, to get the work done, to have your family, to be proud of your son, of just everything going around,
Mm,
to handle, to figure out all issues or daily issues we have, right? Like broken car, no heating, you know what I mean, right?
yeah.
And to take, and even at the end, to take care of yourself, to stay healthy,
Mm,
to be relaxed, to stay friendly. It
mm,
was very, very challenging, yeah. But in this time, we could work for a beautiful company in Germany. It was a porcelain. manufacturer called Porzellanmanufaktur Meissen. It's very known. It's very known even in China. And we've done for them a fully range of products for home designs. Their idea was to settle themselves in the interior design field. They wanted to be like, they wanted to sell fully range of interiors like carpets, sofas, upholstery, lamps, things like this, to the additional projects of tablewares, what they were producing. So this tableware, this what you see here, it was my design,
Nice.
right? Yeah, it's called Cosmopolitan, and you can still buy it. And we were very successful with that. You have to imagine within 1 year, we've done the entire field of interior design that we could show, we could present on the Maison and Objet in Paris on the fair. We were
That's the biggest
placed,
one, yeah.
just the biggest fair, you know this
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
And we had our stand on the fair in the Hall B. It's the best luxury, beautiful one you can imagine on this fair. So we were placed next to Bentley, to Fendi, to all these companies, showing
Yeah.
their own interior designs. Yeah. And it was a wonderful experience. So we worked for them, for Porzellanmanufaktur Meissen, for 6 years.
Nice.
But after that, they decided to make a cut because it became too expensive for them. And yeah, nevertheless, to say that the work between people from West Germany and East Germany, because Meissen was placed in former East Germany, it was a little bit different, right? And we produced our furniture, and the carpets were produced in India, but the furniture were produced in Italy. And to work with Italian companies, it was really challenging because they have a different mindset.
Okay.
They work in a different ways. For example, just to give you a short story, when you work with them, they start to work at 10, and at 12 o'clock in the midtime, they have lunch for 2 hours, drinking red wine, eating some mozzarella, and after these 2 hours of drinking red wine, you are not really, your capacity of your brain is not that high.
Right.
So we had many struggles with them, but also many funny times and moments. Finally, we could open a showroom in Milan and Via Monte Napoleone, opposite to the hotel of Giorgio Armani. It was also very impressive, and it looked beautiful. This shop is closed now, but there is still Fendi in these rooms. It's a special kind of courtyard, beautiful one, historic one. Yeah, so it's it was a great experience. And parallel to this project, to this huge product design field, we ran on the other hotel projects for one person who was biggest investor in Germany. He is the owner of 14 hotels all over Europe. Yeah.
Right. So this product's designing was also done under the fine rooms, or was it done?
Yes.
Okay.
It was done under the fine rooms, right? But it was, under the name of Porzellanmanufaktur Meissen.
Right, but you were serving them through fine rooms,
We were
basically. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And after that time, I decided to close the company after 11 or 12 years. And now I have a company just at my own.
So
It's
this
called
company was with your colleague, and then this closed down after 11 years, and now you've started all by yourself, basically.
Yeah, all by myself 5 years ago.
Okay.
And my company is called Interior Studio Isabella Hamann. And I'm very happy that I am the owner of this company.
Well,
Because
yes, we've come a long way for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So one thing I learned from the beginning is to be patient, to stay patient, and to not lose the perspective, to focus on your things, right? To find a special way just for you. And the biggest challenge was how to show the client that you are the right person for his project, right? How to communicate, how to show this on your website, how to be that open-minded that the client feels safe,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why are we getting our projects? Why are we getting our contracts? It's not only because of the price under the line, right? It's not because only of the offer. Our clients needs to feel sure.
Mm-hmm.
They needs to know that they can communicate, that they can share their thoughts with us, that they can be almost on point. And I have many funny discussions with my clients, but I'm almost very diplomatic and I'm joking, and then we are laughing, and then everything is fine. We have no fight, right?
Right.
It's not necessary. But to get to this point, it's a long, long way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
So,
So when I was young, I wasn't that experienced.
mm-hmm.
So I started on the construction site to fight with the people, to get my rights, to get to the point. They were not understanding us because, almost for the workers on the construction site, the architect or interior design is the most silly person ever
You're right.
because
I know that.
he has some imagination of paradise, what they can't realize, right?
I know that. I know that hands-on. That's because I also handle labors and stuff like that. So I know that their mindset is this is all right. This is going to work. Just give it to the client. And I'm like, no, this will not work because we know how it is. But for them, it's basically just getting the work done and moving forward. But yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you have to see this as following. I explained it once to myself and also to my employees to show them how complex their system is. When you have a guy on the construction site, he is a specialist in his field, right? He has a kind of tunnel. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
What we see, you and my employees, is the entire project.
Right.
So you know what you need for you and for your client to get this project done. What he sees, it's just a small part of it.
Right.
Hmm? And
Very
to
true.
connect everything and to explain them, guys, you need to do this in this way, otherwise it will not work for the next department, like for the painter or for the electrician, for the cable guy. This is challenging.
Very
Yeah.
challenging. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're right. So what is the mission of your company? What is the mission that speaks about your
The
company?
biggest mission of my company is to make the client happy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest one. Yeah. The satisfaction of getting projects ready, to see the expression of my clients in the projects, on the project. It's the most important thing. And I started to work with this idea many years ago. At the beginning, when we placed our company in Berlin, we were just running on projects with the idea we need to get it ready on time. Okay.
Mm.
So we didn't care about is it a good way or a bad way? We need to get it ready. After that time, because it became very, very stressful and we couldn't sleep, and we had the calls all day and all night. We had 8 employees. We have a different people working from us from the different countries. It became so heavy and hard for us that I decided, okay, let's change your mind, start to relax, think about another way of working. And after I decided this, it became much, much easier. So what you need is to focus on your thoughts and to express yourself to your client, to explain how do you work. If the client is fine with that, it's wonderful. If the client isn't, because he's just interested in earning money on time, it's not my style of work, not anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. I changed a lot during this process.
Right.
I was a different person 10 years ago.
Mm.
But for me, I see that it's much better, and it's even much better for my clients.
Right.
right? So the communication is, when you say this in German, A und O. That means, we are on the beginning on the alphabet, but also at the end. You have to see the entire process. I have almost funny questions from my clients, because when they are running on a project like to buy a house, to renovate the house, and then to move in, I'm asking my clients, when do you want to move in, for example? And then they are saying, yeah, in 1 year.
Mm.
And then I'm asking, how long did you need it to find this house? And then they are telling me, oh, we searched for a long time, maybe about 5 or 6 years. Then my next question, how do you want to move into this house within 1 year? When you search already for this for 5 or 6 years, that means your mind wasn't ready for that, right?
Mm.
Because you were not happy with this, what you found on the market. It will be not possible to get it within 1 year. I swear. Yeah, but we want to spend a Christmas in our house. I said, yes, but not in this year. And it's so maybe it sounds a little bit harsh, but I know because of my long, long experience that it happens like this. And I'm telling them, listen, you can spend your Christmas for the next 20 years in this house. But just to get on point, let us concentrate on this. Let's go for it. And let's to fix every detail that you are happy. Because when we build once, when we build something, it's very, very expensive to rebuild this,
Right.
right?
Right.
I
So
mean, so far, you know how it is about upholstery and loose furniture. You can replace something very fast, but to renovate a bathroom, to change the furniture in the kitchen, to exchange the floors, this is really
yeah,
expensive.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's expensive, and that's a very extensive job actually.
yeah,
So you got to be sure what you're gonna design and what you're gonna put there,
yeah,
basically.
exactly, exactly. And we are working on a very high standards. This is very important for us. Some clients wants to go for some project in a very fast way, in a very cheap way, but I know first it's not sustainable, and second it will not last for the long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we are always trying to find good materials for our clients. And when I know that the clients has, for example, 3 dogs and 2 children, we cannot place their very sensitive materials, sensitive surfaces. Yeah,
Mm.
we have this experience, for example, for about nature stone. Nature stone is a beautiful material, but it's very, very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
In this moment, as you put a bottle of Prosecco or champagne on it, you have stains, right?
Mm. Right.
So when you have small children playing with the cars on it or
Mm.
doing strange things, placing some,
Mm.
juices,
Yeah.
I know it will not work. So I
Right.
always try to explain to my clients what is good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But do you have to sometimes compromise on that with the client's demand or something like that? Do you have to give in sometimes to those things?
Of course, of course. Once we had a story, the client wanted to have all 4 bathrooms done in nature stone.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him an advice. The stone company gave them another advice and said this stone is much better. It wasn't better, it was just cheaper. And now we have a huge issue about 200,000 euro because you can't use this stone in the bathrooms. So we have
So,
everywhere.
so you
Yeah,
so you kind of advised the client about this, but the client did not go
exactly.
with it, but now he has
Yeah.
to pay. So now does he say that you were right and I should have
Yes. Yes. But yeah. Yeah.
but he
It's
learned it the hard way, I guess, by paying the money.
very, very hard way. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. But when we have, for example, we are doing many concepts for the hotels, right? And we
Mm.
have hotels between 4 and 5 stars. And it's of course obviously that for the 5 stars you can use much more expensive fabric and surfaces. But
Mm-hmm.
even in this field, we must take care about everything. Like, for example, we like to use leather as a
Mm-hmm.
material because leather it's lasting for a very long time. It became a beautiful patina with the time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when you use a silk, it's very sensitive. You can just use it as a decoration,
Right.
but not as a fully upholstery.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the hotels, you have many, many families, you have animals. You must take care of this, that the lobby looks not for the opening great, but also in 5 years.
Correct. It has to
Yeah,
long laster than usual.
exactly.
Also talking about the commercial use, so there are going to be people coming of different sorts, and they're going to use it in different ways, basically. Um, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense that you need to have a grip over your knowledge over the materials, because if you don't have that, then definitely there's going to be a lot of issues in the project, basically. Um,
Exactly. Yeah, and
yeah.
that's why I wanted to go back to this. Do you need a certificate or not for your job?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We would tie that back now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I live in Germany, and at the beginning I thought it's not necessary,
Mm-hmm.
but it was necessary. And so I started to study in USA at distance learning, and I've done my Master of Arts in
Mm.
interior design. Yeah,
From the
because I
from the
needed
States? From the States, you're saying? From US?
from the States. Yeah, from
Okay.
US. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
hmm and it was nice story because, I was very experienced. I had already the full knowledge, and the
Mm.
university told me, yeah, but you have to do also a bachelor. You can't go directly to the master. So I ran on this within very, very short time because it was very easy for me,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, because you already had
Uh,
knowledge about
yeah,
the.
exactly. But for someone who is the beginner, my advice, go to the school, go to university, start to learn from the basic. It's very important to get the knowledge about all basics. What does it mean to choose the right fabric? What does it mean to choose the right wallpaper? What are the kind of woods? What are the kind of stones or of tiles, right? There are so many different
Yeah,
fields.
yeah,
Okay, how to build, how to rebuild something, what is important. Because if you don't have this knowledge, you cannot explain this to your client.
right.
You can imagine sometimes my clients are coming from abroad, like from Saudi Arabia. Were living there for 10 years. They had always wonderful sun outside. It was warm. And then they are coming back to Germany. Still with these thoughts, we have still a bright light beside the window and we have just the light colors. No, well, you have to explain everything about the light quality, right? About the weather, about snow. We were talking before about the snow, right? You
Right.
are not that common with snow, that not that
Mm.
familiar as we are. Okay,
Right, right.
so you must take care about everything. When I have, for example, clients in France, like in Saint-Tropez, where we don't have any snow, I have to rethink everything. So
Mm.
we are even using other different fabrics or
Mm-hmm.
different wooden floors because of the construction of it, right?
Right.
You have to decide. There is a fair in Monaco called Monaco Yacht Show,
Mm-hmm.
and these designs they are using on the yacht, the fabrics and the materials, the surfaces we are using also for our clients living at the sea,
Right.
because the humidity of the air is very salty.
You mean
So you must
these
take,
designs are used on the yachts, the
yeah,
boats? Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have always to think, for example, metal surfaces. You are familiar with metal surfaces, right?
Yes, I am.
Because you done some
Yeah.
designs. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But when we place something done in metal, some kind of furniture at the sea, we
Mm.
must take care about special protection on it.
Right. Otherwise it would get rusted very quickly. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very extensive to do furniture in metal as well, because we have the powder coating has to be done very like in a very special way. It's
Carefully. Yeah.
yeah, very carefully. It has to be done at a certain temperature and everything, because otherwise you can have rust all around it, or you could get those bumps that you get, the kind of
Mhm.
boils, and then it starts getting eroded from there. So yeah, got to be very careful with these things. It is a very precise job, I would say, to do these things.
It's a very precise, and my advice is to work with a passion for this.
Hmm.
Go for it with passion. You have to decide passion or profit in
Right.
interior design field. This is
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
when some young people they think, oh, I will get at a project and after that I'm getting rich. No, you are not getting rich. You are getting satisfied, okay? And your client. But
Yeah, you're not getting
yeah,
rich for sure.
yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the wrong field. It's like with music. But I'm still very happy about my decision
Yeah.
that I decided to go for this way, that I'm not working at the bank or
Hmm.
I'm not on the
Nine to
Wall
five.
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 to 5, exactly.
Yeah.
And what you can do, there is something happened with your mind when you start to work in these fields. You are starting also to think about art, about painting, about how to choose the decoration, to explain this to your client, to have the knowledge about all these fields.
Hmm.
So I'm almost very interested to visit the fairs, right? I'm going also in April to Milan to
Hmm.
Salone del Mobile. It's the second biggest fair
Hmm.
in Europe. It's a beautiful one. I can just tell you, go there.
Hmm.
And but also in the fields like galleries, museum, like special exhibitions, to get the knowledge about everything,
Right.
right?
Yeah, you get
This
to
is very, very important.
explore what people are doing with new materials. What are the inventions happening? What are the new designs coming in? The new trends.
Exactly. So when you start to study or to learn more about architecture and interior design, you should also be a part of some workshops.
Hmm.
And there are many possibilities because every company who wants to sell furniture or tiles or different materials, they are inviting you for the workshops.
Hmm.
And it's a great opportunity to get practice and knowledge about these things, and even to have a wonderful network, because then
Right.
you are getting together in the group of people
Mm,
from your field, right? Yeah,
correct. Yeah, absolutely. I think people who want to get into this field, this is a great tip for networking as well as learning a lot of things. Um, are you a part of some workshops that you can talk about?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm becoming an expert for different kind of workshops. I told you after I got my master, I wrote a huge work about colors. And the university got back to me and asked me if I would like to do my doctoral thesis.
Hmm.
So I can be very proud to tell you that I enrolled already my
Nice.
doctoral thesis, yeah, but in a different field. I was very interested almost in the reaction of my clients in the communication. So I started to work together with an institute in Austria for living and architectural psychology.
Mm.
And in this field, I will prepare my doctoral thesis. Yeah. Maybe I can share it with you one
For
day.
sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Amazing.
but on LinkedIn, on this platform, I shared my thoughts for the first time. It's not a long time ago. And someone contacted me and asked me to write few articles for an online magazine as an expert in this field.
Nice.
So we are starting now. This is on the one hand. On the second hand, I was asked also to be an expert for panels, for the architectural panels around Germany and maybe also in some other places. So I also start to work on it. And on the third hand, I know we have only two, but I have 10 fingers. Start to work with,
Well, let's say you have 10 hands also.
yeah, and two brains. Yeah.
Mhm.
I am a kind of network person who is connecting companies
Mhm.
if they want to work together. When I have an idea, for example, yesterday there was a company from London, but they have a manufacturer also in Poland. I think, okay, they could work very well together with another company, and I'm connecting these people.
Mhm.
Then we are organizing a kind of meetings. We are inviting architects to this, and then we are presenting the products. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, this is really great opportunity to meet some other people and to get the knowledge about more about surfaces and products of interior design.
Amazing. Um, you're talking about this thesis that you're doing, and could you talk a little about the psychology of the design that you were talking about? Can you talk a little bit more about that? Like, what is it about? And
Mhm. To understand more about this subject, we need to go back to the 50s and 60s.
Mhm.
And at this time in United States and in Scandinavia, it's the north part of Europe. It's like Norwegian, Finland,
Mhm.
and Sweden. They started to work on some fields about the topic, what do we need as a human to feel comfortable?
Mhm.
What do we have to be surrounded by? What kind of materials, of
Mhm.
textures, of surfaces to feel comfortable, to relax, to calm down? This
Mhm.
was the beginning. After that, they started to make many studies regarding how to feel, how to get health in a hospital. There are some very, very interesting studies about, can I recover faster when I am in a hospital room next to the window? There is a window,
Mhm.
okay, because of the daily light, or when I am in a room what is without windows. And it's really funny to see that the person recovering much faster with the daily light, with the natural light, than person with artificial light.
Mhm.
And this was the beginning of this huge science. There are so many books about this, but this field is not very known in Germany.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm telling someone what I'm doing, what I'm writing, everyone is making a very big eyes, asking me, what the hell is this? Right? So what I want to prepare
What the
in
f-
this field is a kind of guide for architects, interior designer, and even for engineering, because engineers are very technical. They have no idea about what do I need. For them, is for example important to have a good air condition, but it's not important how the ceiling under the air condition looks like, right?
Mhm.
And to explain all of this, I will try to place everything together on 200 pages,
Mhm.
even understandable for everyone, for every human. It will be not very complicated
Mhm.
because I want everyone to understand why do I need a good, comfortable surrounding to feel as a human. And when you have an apartment, for example, you have two kids, you have your husband or wife, right? What
Mhm.
do you need there? You need there a kind of corridor. You need there a kind of kitchen. Maybe it's very close with the living room. This is your meeting area. This is your cooking area, your place where you can get together. The kids, they need a kind of room what you can change into very fast way into the playing area, sleeping area, relaxing, learning. There are many things you have to decide at this
Mhm.
moment. Your bedroom is your relaxation area, right? There is a kind of privacy, of intimacy, or all these things. You are just getting in
Mhm.
and you feel, okay, I am home now.
Mhm.
I need to be there to relax, to calm down, to feel comfortable. Because when I feel relaxed as a woman, as a mother, my kids, they feel that. When I'm getting nervous, they feel that also, right?
Right.
And then there is a bathroom, and the bathroom has to be an area what fits to everyone. So the kids needs to feel comfortable. You want to put the makeup, you need a good light. The husband need a good light to shave himself, to take a shower, all this stuff. And it's very, very complex because you shouldn't forget one thing. Every one of us needs a home, right? Everyone. And even if you are homeless, you also create a kind of home for you.
Right.
So this is very important point, but you see how huge this is. This field is that huge as your health, as food, beverage, drinks, right? It's necessary to be surrounded by good materials, good surfaces, even good music, good scent. This is very important. I'm sitting here. I have a daily light, but I also need some special things. So I have a kind of candle, right? To make it more comfortable for me, to feel more comfortable.
Right.
And everyone has his special needs. When you are, for example, a book reader, you need a kind of armchair with a good light. And even if it's just a very, very small place, you know, it's your own. You can always go back to this. You can sit there with your own thoughts. No one is distracting you. And it should be communicated in the houses. This is your chair. No one is getting there. It's yours. Okay. Yeah. So
That's
this is
so.
what is very, very important. There are many books about psychology, how your brain react to a different things. Why, for example, you are going to a different places and you say, okay, I like it. I feel comfortable here, but you cannot explain why. And
There's
I
a wide
saw this
range.
on this, and I saw this on the in a way. I had two shops, interior design shops, and the second one was around 150 square meter, and I done it in a very elegant and slow way of colors. There was a kind of beige and gray and black floor with a different carpets and with a different cushions, very powerful cushions. And the clients, everyone, it wasn't matter how old or how young. They got there, they opened the door, and all of them said, it's so beautiful. I like it. And then I asked, why do you like it? Can you explain? And they said, no, I can't, but I just feel comfortable. And this is the point what I wanted to explain, why it's so necessary to feel comfortable in your field. It's very important for you as a person, for your brain, and for your family.
I think that's beautifully explained and so rightly tied up with so many things, from why it's supposed to be comfortable around you and also why you should be happy with what you do in the end of the day. Um, so looking back at these many years that you've given in the interior designing world, I think, has it been like more than 20 years, around 25 years for you to be in this field?
Moreover, 25 plus my practice as architect, so it's around 31 years.
31 years.
I can't imagine 31 years. Yeah.
What do you think you take back from these last 31 years? Is there something that you would like to talk about, something specific that has made a mark on your mind or your
Yeah.
life or your journey?
My journey through this fields was very exciting, and I had many ups and downs,
For
like
sure.
every person, right? It's, when you build this very strong bond, this connection to this field, you want to have everything perfect, but it's not always possible. At the beginning, I loved every detail. I tried to explain everything to everyone, but I mentioned no one was interested in that because everyone wanted to get his job ready, just done. So I tried to change my way of thinking, and then I tried to think more global, not to go into each detail, but just to get the rough idea, because it was meaningful and more understandable for other people. Okay? We are building a house. It must be comfortable. It must be nice for the client. They can go with it. But when I started to talk about, but we need these fittings and this floor, and no one was interested in this. So, but what people liked about me was the enthusiasm. And I
Yes.
encouraged everyone, even my employees, go for it. Do you like, for example, some girls of in my office, they love to dance.
Nice.
We had a strong day. It was a hard day. You know, you are running between projects. You have 1,000 calls. I don't need to
Right.
explain you. But I knew the girls likes to dance. Okay. So we booked a dance school for us. We went in the afternoon to the dance school. Some of them could go to yoga. Some of them could do some other things. Some of them wanted to sing, so they started to sing. And I encouraged all my girls and all my boys, because I was like a mom for them, right?
Right.
And I told them, go for it. If you need to pose, get out of the office, go for 1 hour for a walk, come back, because it was much more important than, to run on the project. Your brain starts to be tired, and then you can't concentrate, and then you start to make mistakes.
Right.
So even when I was by Jagdfeld family, working for them, I got many, many students in my hands, and they were like, just soft piece. You could form a little bit. You could bring them in a right shape, and they were very thankful for my advices, because I was very patient. I could explain everything. I started to work from the base to explain how does it work, and they were very interested in this.
Nice.
And after that time, I've got other students. They were asking, oh, Isabella, I am a medicine student, but I'm thinking of changing to interior design. Can I try to do this in your office? And I said, okay, let's try for 1 month. And after that, I will tell you if you are able to go for interior design, or if you should go back to the medicine, or maybe to be a
Something else.
lawyer.
Yeah, something else.
Something else. Right. And last time I had a girl, I'm sure she could be a great doctor, I'm sure. But she was so good in interior design that I encouraged her to go to the university. We found a place for her. We prepared everything, the presentation, and now she's studying interior design.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice. So what do you need in your life? Look, I prepared a small list during the night for the young people, for young designer. And
Nice.
I will read just maybe some sentences or words. What you need is to be open-minded. Okay, to listen to your client. This is the most important. To let your client feel comfortable. Even if you have your own idea of design, you can sell it, you can show it, you can present it. But first of all, your client must trust you. This is the most important, okay? You need an inspiration. Where to get an inspiration? Go to the fairs, buy books, be online, check some platforms like Pinterest or different.
Instagram.
We are getting now, Instagram and similar. But at this point, we are starting to work with artificial intelligence. This is a little bit distracting. It's the next point, right? How to work with it? Do we need it? Is this necessary? Am I open to this as a client? Not every client is open, because it's a generation.
There's still
It's
this
the
disparity of people's thoughts about AI. Are you right?
Exactly. Then keep high standards. Keep high standards to yourself, not only in the surfaces of your thinking, how to get there to the standards. It's not just, I'm using a pen. It's the question of which color, what kind of pen, why it's necessary, right? Because when you work with this love to detail, it's visible. At the end, you have a visible product of beauty. And try to be an expert in one field. Try to impress people, because everyone can be at the end interior design, right? Interior
Mhm.
designer.
Mhm.
Everyone can say, oh, I changed the color on the walls, I painted this, I changed the cushion, I'm interior designer or I'm stager. But when you are becoming an expert in one field, like, for example, an expert for tiles qualities, for nature stone, for some different surfaces, even as I am becoming an expert for these fields in psychology, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
This is impressive, this is interesting for people, for the clients.
Mhm.
Then try to plan your projects first on time, second in a good budget. You need to know many companies, because when you are working in a high standard field, you have to know when the budget from the client is wonderful, you don't need to take care that much. Okay. But when the budget is a little bit lower,
Mhm.
you must know how to create good design for a lower price.
Right.
And there are almost many opportunities. But that's why you must have the knowledge about materials, about the surfaces. As an example, there is a metal surface, what is called metal gun. This
Mhm.
surface is very expensive. This will be used for fireplaces as covering for elevators and so on. But this is really expensive. Instead of this, you can also use a wooden plates covered with a lacquer of this metal gun surface. It looks the same. The price it's just a half of the price.
50% less. Okay.
Exactly. It's how it works. You can use real leather. You can use also artificial leather in a very good quality.
Mhm.
You can use silk as a fabric, but you can use also polyester, what looks like silk. And this is how to create good designs. And this is what I mean about visible results. Try to get in a short time good visible results. Try to think about some eye catcher in the projects. I'm getting many calls from clients. Yeah, we worked with an interior design. Now it's done, but we are not done. It doesn't look finished. And then I'm getting there, and then I see we need new art, we need some new vases, we need some sculptures, things like this. So try to think as a turnkey project. Turnkey project means you are getting an empty room and you are
Mhm.
delivering everything until the last spoon.
Exactly. Yeah. You're just handing over the keys and just have to come in. Yeah. They just have to start using the place.
Exactly. And for the career, what is important is to get once in a life the opportunity to work on the project of your life, to have this possibility. This was very important for me, and I didn't recognize at the beginning how important it was that I worked on the China Club. China Club became very famous project. And
Mhm.
I was there yesterday, and the employees are still working there since 22 years. And you can imagine, I opened the door and everyone said, "Hello, Mrs. Hamann, how are you?" And it's so nice.
Yeah.
So to have one special project, if it's yarding, known hotel, known clients are difficult because many famous client doesn't want to show their projects. We
Mhm.
have many clients like this. It's not visible, not on our website.
Yeah.
You can't find this. You have to sign a special contract that you will keep it
NDA and stuff
secret.
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. But to have a one special project, to show this project, to present this is very important,
Mhm.
because through this you can build a base, a
Mm.
trustful base for your client.
Right.
If it's like Fly Me to the Moon from Frank Sinatra. Even if you don't know the other songs of Frank Sinatra, but you know Fly Me to the Moon. You don't know this.
I don't know this. I'm bad with
Everyone
that.
in Europe knows this song, also in
Okay.
USA. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
When you say, okay, do you know this and this project? And they say, yeah, I heard about this. And you answer, okay, I worked on it. It's a very, very good base how to start to work.
Correct. Yeah. Some known projects are very necessary, I guess.
Yeah. When you are very young and you need a practice, go to the offices, they are known.
Mhm.
Don't try to work in the small, small offices because they are not really helpful for your career.
Mhm.
Go first to the big offices with many people. They will support you, they will help you, and you have almost a possibility to work there in different fields.
Mhm.
And even if it's cooking coffee for the first month,
Mhm.
but you have the opportunity to talk to people to see what they are doing, right?
Right.
This is very important.
Yeah. Making
Yeah.
connections, networking, meeting the right people.
Exactly. Exactly. To be kindly, to be gentle, to show, okay, here I am. If you need my help, it doesn't matter if I have to pick up something or I need to cook a coffee. It's not important. Just go
Mm.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
killing your ego and trying to get something is very important.
Exactly. Yeah. Then what is very important for some clients, it's like your field, it's craftsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
When the clients know it's done especially for him, for his
Mm-hmm.
project.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. The customization and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a good, like a James Bond suit, right? James
Yeah.
Bond is known, we know it fits,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
one movie, they are sewing around 20 suits in one
Mm.
style for him to show
Mm.
this in action. Yeah, right.
Mm.
And it's the same like when you try to design a sofa for a client or a special chair or even kitchen design.
Mm.
Uh, he's very proud of it
Mm.
because German people, they love cars, it's Porsche, Audi, BMW. They love also kitchen, even if they can't cook, but to show the kitchen around
Mm.
100,000 euro, they are very proud of that. But maybe they can also get very proud about a special sofa, about a special table done just for them.
Mm. Yeah, I know
It's
that.
nice.
I've
Yeah,
done
it's nice to,
I've done some projects for them, so I know that. Yeah.
yeah,
Customize some designs, furniture for Germans, basically.
exactly, exactly. And what is also important is to expand the services you offer to the client. I know this because we started at the beginning to work just on projects, to place the
Mm-hmm.
projects on the paper, to sell the concept,
Mm-hmm.
and then just to do project management. But I wanted more. I wanted to sell my own furniture. So I create after I've got my new company, Interior Studio Isabella Hamann.
Mm-hmm.
I've created a huge collection of upholstery furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Huge collection. There was about 500 different pieces. And my clients knew that. So it was a easygoing, it was a really easy way for me to present the project, to sell the concept. And after that, they asked me, yeah, but where can we buy this furniture? And I said, in my studio,
Mm.
right? You have the possibility to choose the sizes, to choose the materials, to talk with me about every detail. Some clients wants to have some chairs or sofas more comfortable. Some of them wants to sit a little bit more harder.
Mm.
And you have all these opportunities, but also to be in exchange with a different producers, with a different companies. It's very, very important. So you need to stay in contact with everyone.
So you were getting these made in Germany, basically, these sofas that you had designed?
Oh, it's different. We are producing in Spain, Portugal, France, Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and also in Poland. We have a huge manufacturer in Poland who is preparing, delivering for us furniture for hotels.
Mm.
When we need many, many furniture, like 500 chairs,
Correct.
200
Yeah.
sofas. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. The bigger projects.
yeah,
Um, Yeah, that makes sense that you have these connections to make the projects happen and get them delivered in Germany, basically. I just want to ask you, is there one design principle that you always follow, no matter what the project is? Is there anything that is
Yeah,
very
very
specific?
important. Yeah. Um, it's first is the love to the details that I am very focused on it. I'm going to really to the last screw, what is very, very important for me to feel comfortable, then to stay calm and maybe to explain my client that I am not able to do every design
Hmm.
because it's not my specialty. So you should focus on a different styles. We have, for example, classic style, French, Belgian. Um, then you have Art Deco, traditional, historic, Victorian style, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
There could be a kind of mix,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if someone is coming to me telling me, I need very simple modern design, I can do this.
Hmm.
I can do this because I'm not a specialist. So I'm almost telling him, okay, I can do this, but I have a colleague who can do this project for you if you like. So there is a kind of connection between us, between different offices.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know when I start to work on a project like this, and I don't have this imagination, it will
Hmm.
not end in a good way.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's very nice. I mean, that's the way it should be because that's also how we work in furniture. When it comes to customization, there are some designs that we can't do, and we are very honest and upfront about it, rather than taking the project and um, it's kind of a painful situation for me as well as the client, so we don't do that basically. And if we know where it can be done, we always tell the client, or we just say that we can't do this. So I think that's a better way of looking at customization or designing projects and spaces. Things makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But again, the standards, high standards, good quality of materials, sustainable materials are very important in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
We have many producers offering sustainable materials, and people are very interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
We have, for example, fabrics done from plastic bags, from
Mm-hmm.
plastic grain. Yeah. We have some new kind of carpets, and many clients, like for example hotels, they know they can offer this to the guests. They feel much more comfortable because you have always this questioning of allergy, right? We are replacing, for example, now 120 rooms. Instead of carpet, we will get there a wooden floor. It
Mm-hmm.
feels more natural. You can breathe much better. It looks more beautiful because it reminds you almost you are getting with your brain to the old nature, right? Stone Age,
Mm-hmm.
thinking about this back to nature. Yeah. And this is how we work. And the advices we are giving to our clients, they are very thankful of this. So you always need an idea how to present a project and never start to do a presentation of this is your living room. No one is interested in this. Try to make an introduction. Try to explain your client that you are interested in your thoughts, in
Mm-hmm.
his thoughts, that you think about this, what he wants to communicate to you. Okay? Tell him a small story about his house, about his project. Make it interesting. This is very, very important. Yeah. Storytelling, it's like content on Insta, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think storytelling is
Yeah.
a huge part in all businesses right now,
Yeah.
especially with social media. It's become even more important. Um, well, it's great to hear your views on so many things related to not just design, but also business and entrepreneurship, how you can run your business, basically. Um, it's fascinating that you have your journey has been, of course, very interesting from singing to interior designing. Um, as you were saying that, these last 31 years, you've been taking care of your core team basically, and that's one of your USPs, I think, of taking care of people, be it clients or your employees. I think it's just that you have this way of kind of communicating with people and taking care of them and taking care of their needs basically, which is why I think it makes you even better interior designer and architect, because I think it's very important in interior designing that you need to know how to connect with your clients, and to connect with them at a very deeper level than just, in normal businesses, it's more like a deal. It's more like a transaction, I would say. But in the field of interior designing, you need to be well connected with their thoughts. Like what are they looking for? What would make them comfortable? And for that, you need to go one step ahead to know them a little more. And I think your qualities makes it more easier for them to connect with you, I think. And that's why you are more successful, I would say, in this field. Um, yeah. How do you see the future of interior designing for the next decade or more than that? Do you see any new trends, as you were talking about, that now we are using more sustainable products, like you were saying about plastic? We also have these things going on in India where we are using plastic in many materials. So just to recycle plastic basically. But it's also very important to understand where you can use it and where you cannot, where it can be allergic to people, where you shouldn't use it. So it's very important. So how do you see the future of interior designing basically?
It's challenging to be interior designer because of architectural different fields and AI. It's becoming more and more difficult. But at least the people will know that we need interior designer, we need architects, because even the imagination of artificial intelligence is not that huge. It's not that far. Still not.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I tried to done construction of a staircases, and it was the program wasn't able.
Was the staircase
It was a
was the staircase
yeah
taking you to
the
to heaven?
yeah it was a staircase to heaven at one floor with 85 steps. Yeah, wonderful. So yeah, this system is still not the best one, but sustainability is very important. What is important is also to using the right materials at the right point for the right projects. When I don't need to use a carpet when I know that that it's kindergarten. So I need just a place of a carpet as a field to play, a game place, right? But not on the other. And then to explain to people what is important for them. Some of them, they don't know this. They doesn't know why do I need this, exactly
Mhm.
this, right? So we have a great future because we have a great generation of young interior designer. I'm always very excited. I love to work with younger people because they are bringing new ideas
Mhm.
of technology, of thinking. They think in a different way. I was always running on project. I was always not relaxed, almost stressed. They are getting in. Oh, after 2 hours, I need to pause. I need to get a new inspiration. And it's nice. It's also very nice for me.
Mhm.
And they are very thankful for advices, but I am also very thankful for their advices to me, to my person.
Mhm.
When sometimes my girls are coming to me telling, Isabella, it's your idea, but we've got another idea. Can we present our idea to you? And I am very open for this. We can discuss. We have sometimes a kind of battles.
Mhm.
I'm telling, okay, we have one room, it should be a bathroom. We sit on one table, 1 hour, everyone is making sketches, we place them together, and we will see what's the best. And this is
Yeah,
how it works. Yeah,
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 that's nice.
yeah. So the biggest thing is don't work just for yourself. Try to connect with other people. Try to exchange. Try to get another thoughts, another meanings from other people, because in this case you will start. You will have a global opportunity in this field, in the way of thinking. you think in a different way as I'm, right?
Mhm.
As
Mhm.
I'm doing. I am placed in Germany, another culture, another type of thinking. You are more, look, what I have just a white t-shirt on, and you are in pink. You know what I mean?
It's looking bright pink here because of the light, but it's not really
Yeah, but it's wonderful.
Now you've embarrassed me with the pink shirt. Okay. I should have worn a white. I
But
was
yeah, once I've done a project, it was, and we won an award because during this time we won around in the last 15 years, 17 awards. I was also a member of the jury for different architectural projects, and it's really great experience, right?
Mhm.
But to be that open-minded, this is maybe the most important advice. Open your mind for everything.
Mhm.
For music, for art, for installations, for projects, and for clients.
Mhm.
Try to understand everyone because the projects you are working on, you'll work on them for many, many years.
Mhm.
When you do a project of the villa, it takes, I had one last time a client 5 years. So to
Wow.
understand, yes, it was a huge villa. To understand what do they need? How many meters of wardrobe do they need for their clothes? Huh?
Mhm.
How many toys the children has? How many dogs do they have? All of this. How to build the laundry? How to build the wine cellar? Is he interested in wines? Is he interested in collecting watches? Does he has a huge garage? How many cars? All of this
Yeah, you're
is very, very important.
almost getting into their personal space,
Yeah.
which is required to understand how to design space for them.
Yeah, and some of the spaces like bedroom or bathroom are very private. So
Mhm.
you have to be very careful about
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There are things that they would like to discuss, and there are things that they wouldn't like to discuss. So you need to be very
exactly.
careful with those discussions, basically. Um, how do you see culture playing a role in your projects? Do you look at what is your study on that? Like, do you study over the culture from where the client is coming, or the project is from? What do you do about that?
This is the most important thing to know where the roots of the clients are. Where are they coming from? I will give you a very, very simple example. When we are doing a project for a German client, they need just a table for maximum 8 person. When
Mhm.
you do a project from a client from India or from Saudi Arabia, they need a table from at least 25 person, right? So the size of the dining room is very important.
Mhm.
Also, the space in the kitchen.
Mhm.
Do they need a pantry behind the kitchen for some cutleries, for some plates? And the light, the quality of light. The client from Dubai, he wanted to have a very bright light in his area. The client from Scandinavia, they wanted to have a very low light.
Dim lights, yeah.
Dim lights and even the different colors. You can
Mhm.
work in this Kelvin, 3, 4, and 2000 Kelvin, right? So the 4000 is like the for fabrics, and 3000 is more low, and 2700 it's the lowest one
Mhm.
because we have now new techniques of the light. You have to know this. You have to understand what is important for your client. Yeah.
Mhm.
The Italians, they love huge sofas, even if the rooms are not big. They 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 need to have a huge sofa. I
Mhm.
don't know why, but it's very common.
Mhm.
And you have to know this. Yeah. Even the impact of not only of the culture but also of the religion.
Mhm.
What is important? Why some of people like to use some different colors? Why not? We had an issue for Hotel Avalon, for example, because we wanted to place some art with animals on it. But
Mhm.
the Arabian guests, they don't like it. They said, no, it's forbidden. You can't use this. So we were searching for another art with flowers on it. It
Mhm.
was better. Sometimes when we are getting a clients to the hotel, special one, we need to replace the art on the walls
Mhm. Yeah,
because
just to
They are not accepting this.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah. So to design a concept for a family or for the hotel guests, it's very, very unique. You need to
Mm.
understand why you have to do this design.
Very true.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so do you kind of on the sidelines study a lot of culture? Do you kind of
Yeah,
study
because
different
yeah,
cultures, different countries?
yeah, because I was studying in USA and I'm from Germany. I was living before in Poland. Now I have a clients on a sea in Italy, in Monaco, and in France.
Mm-hmm.
I had some clients from Turkey. I had some clients from India, from Dubai. You have to understand everything.
Mm-hmm.
And even the construction of buildings is very different between Germany when you build the houses with bricks
Mm-hmm.
and in States when you build the houses in wood
Mm-hmm.
or in this light construction, yeah,
Yeah.
and wooden constructions. So you need to know all these things. And that's why you should go for it. You should start to study or go to interior design school. And you have to get this knowledge not only for your country,
Mm-hmm.
you have to get the knowledge all over the world. You have to be international.
Yeah, global is the new thing. I mean, you
Yeah.
need to go global. When you say Indian, was it an Indian client living in Germany, or was it in India that you have a project?
Yeah. No, no. The
Uh,
client was living in Germany.
okay.
Yeah. They got here from India for a
Mm-hmm.
business
Mm-hmm.
to run a business in Germany. And yeah, it was very challenging because it was very new for us. And
Mm-hmm.
they had some different ideas we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I told them, okay, I would love to work for you, but you have to explain me a little bit more. So
Mm-hmm.
for the next time, they brought many pictures of the
Nice.
project. And they said, listen, it looks like this. It looks, we would like to have it. If it's not possible to get it in Germany, because it was 20 years ago, we will go for the German design, for the German standards, but try to understand our idea. So it was a
Mm-hmm.
very nice, close work
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was 20 years back, you're saying?
Yes, it's 20 years back. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So you must have got to know little bit more about Indian culture and how they kind of
Exactly.
think and stuff like that.
Exactly. Because, it began with a kind of Bollywood music, food, religion. Maybe it sounds funny, but to create this world, the Indian world, it's really it was a completely new way of thinking for me. Because I was working till that time in this German world, in the German
Mhm.
standards.
Right.
One of my colleague coming from UK, he said once about German are full of fear. He called it German angst. We were almost laughing because German angst is like to scared about everything, to take
Mm,
care about everything. Are we on
mm,
the right way? Is this straight enough? When
mm.
it's like this, it doesn't work. In other countries, it works very well, but not in
Yeah,
Germany. In Germany, it has to be like this, right?
yeah. They need to be
So
perfect.
do I.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it need to be perfect because we are a country full of metal work, of automobiles, of engineering, like Siemens, like Bosch,
Mm,
all of
mm,
this, right? So the Germans are very, very straight. The Italian, easygoing.
yeah.
If I'm not done today, then I will finish tomorrow because I have to drink my wine now. The Germans not. Yeah, it's how it works. Yeah. But to get more familiar with Italian clients, I started to learn Italian language.
Nice, lovely.
And it's really beautiful. It's a great way to connect with them, even if you just have to say, "Hello, how are you today? I wish you a wonderful day."
Mm-hmm.
So also this to learn some languages and to be familiar with some different kind of foods, of drinks all over the world. This is important. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think you have a beautiful journey which talks a lot about how open you are to new culture, to people, and I think it puts you in the right position in the interior designing world because you have to meet so many different type of clients and so many people from different places. And I'm pretty sure that you are having so many amazing projects lined up still till today and also in the future. Would you like to talk about any specific project that's coming up that you would like to put light on, that you would like us to look up to or look forward to? Any kind of projects that you're doing right now? Or would you not like?
Yes, of course. I can tell you about one project. It's quite interesting. This project, it's a small hotel project. It's in Düsseldorf, not far
Mm-hmm.
from Cologne.
Mm-hmm.
And the building is an old building placed in a beautiful street. The street is called Bilka Street, but everyone knows the street under the name. It's a street of love and revolution
Wow.
because it has a beautiful story in the
Mm-hmm.
past. And I got a call to go to this project. I visited this, and you should see the expression on my face because I was a little bit. They asked me if I feel well, and I said no. And I asked why not, and I answered because this what I see. It's just horrible. It's simple horrible. We have to change everything. So we were laughing about my reaction, because I looked a little bit weak in 1 second. And so we've done a concept for them. We've done a presentation, and now we are running on this project. We are working on it. And when it's done, I will show you, I will share the pictures of the project because we replaced everything and we will do a beautiful, nice back to nature project with
Nice.
a wallpapers with trees on it. We will place a new plants in the courtyard. We will do powerful colors of pink and violet and light blue, all of this. So it will be wonderful. And as we started to work on the lobby, they called us and said, "Oh, it's so wonderful to work with you. Can you start to redesign our rooms?"
Mm-hmm.
So for the next 2 years, we will redesign 50 rooms in this
Nice.
hotel.
Nice.
And during this time, they got another project in Cologne and they asked me also to replace there some things.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
But you need to have the imagination. When you are getting there, you can't just say, "Oh, I will watch over you," and then you will get an impression. No, you need to react in this moment because it's this what the people are expecting from you.
Mm-hmm.
And for this, you need the experience and the knowledge,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
So this is
So I will share the pictures of this project,
for sure.
and
Looking forward to that.
I want, but the most important thing, we have many young people getting there, and I want to feel them comfortable, but I also want to show them what good design is.
What did you say you said is what people are coming there that makes you uncomfortable?
Many
Young
young
people.
people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it seems that you've always done work on some great streets which have some history. So you said talking about the street
Yes.
which has a history of love and revolution. So that's
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah. I'm always going back in the history, trying to find a story. Why is this building placed there? What is the story? And try to get back and to find a solution for the interior design, for the products, to get back to all these points,
kind
to
of tied up.
connect.
Yeah, to get tied up
To
together.
tie it up. Yeah. Because then when you explain this to we are also preparing some booklets for the guests about Düsseldorf, the journey through Düsseldorf, and also to place a very short story about this hotel. And the next time when they are getting to Düsseldorf, they know, "Oh, do you remember there was a nice hotel? Maybe we should go there again," right?
They're just
It's a kind
creating,
of
kind of
it's
impacting.
creating an exactly of marketing. Marketing is very important.
Absolutely, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I have a business card, a special one in orange with some signage with some logo on it. And every time when I give to someone my business card, everyone is telling, "Oh, it's beautiful. I love the color." How to keep your company in the mind of other people. You begin with the business card or with something very, very small, special. what
Mhm.
reminds about you,
Right.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it means that you also, can we say correctly that apart from being a great interior designer and winning so many awards for designing, you're also a great entrepreneur and marketing person?
Yes.
Does that
Yeah. Yeah.
resonate with you? Like you take a lot of
Yeah.
interest in the marketing field of your business?
Yeah, it's very important because you have to imagine when we are ready with a hotel project, we are responsible for everything. We are delivering the furniture, the concept, we are also delivering the art. Some of the guests are interested in this. So we are preparing a kind of booklets. We have to show you can buy it, you can take it home. The idea of Düsseldorf you can have at your house, right?
Hmm.
And marketing, it's a very, very important field. Some of the people, they don't have any idea what marketing means.
Hmm.
It's first a lot of work.
Hmm.
Second, to get a good idea, it's very important. Third, to work on the colors and on the shapes, on the proportion, the symmetric, just of everything. Go for it. Connect your project also to some marketing fields, to some brandings. Yeah.
Right. So do you run that as a forefront runner for your own business? Are you the marketing head or you give it to someone else, like you lend it to someone else to take care of it for you?
I
Or
can't do
you
everything,
Mhm.
but I have the
I know that you
ideas.
can. I know that
Yeah,
you can do everything.
we have the ideas. So I'm doing some sketches and preparing some colors, and then we have someone who is responsible for that.
Mm. Okay.
But at the end, we are responsible for all our social media.
Mm.
We are running by ourselves on Insta, on Pinterest, even of LinkedIn. Our website is done by ourselves because it
Hmm.
was much easier. We are
Mm.
hosting our page somewhere,
Mm.
but
Mm.
we are doing
Of course.
everything by our. But for this, you must have many programs.
Hmm.
We work on Vectorworks, AutoCAD, Photoshop, Rhino, all this stuff. So it costs you a lot. If you don't have this money to spend the money every year on the programs, to buying the programs, to leasing them, go for some help.
Hmm.
Many people from India are working in the marketing fields,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Yeah.
Men, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. India is Indian people and India is everywhere. We work in all fields.
Yeah,
Um,
Like Polish people. You can even go to Alaska and you meet someone from Poland.
ah, that's nice.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
much about that, but that's good to know. So do you have your family back still in Poland, or everyone is in Germany for you now?
No, my family still lives in Poland, and
Mm.
my mom is still living there. Even my grandma. My
Nice.
grandmother will turn this year 95.
Wow. Touch wood.
She's
That's great.
great. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. My brother lives in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
near Stuttgart. You are
Nice.
familiar with Stuttgart, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, mm, yeah, my all other, yeah, the other part of the family lives in Poland, right? But it's not that far from me. It's around 500 kilometers, so I can
Mm,
go there by car.
mm.
It's not that complicated, right?
Nice.
And even the distance between Poland and Germany is not that far because to get from Berlin to Stettin, the name in Polish,
Mm-hmm.
Szczecin.
Touching.
No one
Okay.
can spell this. Szczecin.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
no.
exactly. It's just 1.5 hour by car.
Mm, that's nice.
Yeah.
So
So
not very
many
far
people from
away.
Germany, yeah, many people from Germany are traveling to Poland to buy, for example, cigarettes or
Mm-hmm.
alcohol
Mm-hmm.
or some plants or
Mm-hmm.
clothes because it's still a little bit cheaper. Yeah.
Mm, nice. No, it's amazing to really go through your journey. It's very, very I would say in a way hardworking from zero to where you are today, from working your way so hard up to working up the ladder and having your own company, which is doing so well. And I'm so glad that we had this conversation on the podcast because so many people can learn from this and get so many ideas, especially the new people who want to get into the interior designing world. You had so many amazing ideas for them. Taking the pain to write all that in the night was really, really amazing. Thank you for that. Um, Well, I think this is just one part where we have spoken more about your journey, but I think in the next podcast in the future, we can also have more conversation, a deeper conversation around your thoughts about life and more things that you would like to talk about. Um, is there anything else that you would like to talk about or kind of tie it up in this podcast, which we have probably left or not spoken about?
I mean, there are still many, many fields we could talk about, but then we will need days, right? So I'm very thankful that I can share in the future my thoughts with you about the life, because
Right.
it's a completely different field. Let's go for it. For this moment, I just would like to give some advices to the young designers, to the young people, even if they are not sure. Uh, am I able to be an interior designer? Do I want to study architecture? Shall I try myself in some other fields, or I try to study some different? Okay, go for it, what you love. If you have the feeling, I want to be a musician, go for it. If you want to change, change. But then you have the opportunity, in the future, okay, maybe it wasn't the best idea, but at least I tried. Okay,
Right.
focus on it, what you do. Don't start to work on something, and when you feel bored and you say, no, I will leave it now, I don't want to go for it, I will change to another. No, give you time, because your brain needs time. You
Mhm.
need at least 3 months to get a little more professional in some fields. It's
Right.
like this, that the people are telling, I can't dance. How do you know you can't dance? Have you ever tried?
Mhm.
No, but try to dance, and you will see after 3 months, you are much more familiar with that. So ask yourself, what do you think really about yourself? Are you honest to yourself, or are you just playing a game? Stand, stay in front of the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? Do I want to work in this field? Am I sure I want to go for it? Do I have enough power? My inner power is very important. Do I have enough energy to go for it? This job is very powerful. You must pay a lot of attention to yourself, to your client, right? Focus on your goals. Focus on your goals and be patient. And the most important, keep calm. Keep calm and relax. Because when the client feels that you are relaxed, he will also relax.
Mhm.
And keep a good communication to your client. Stay focused on it. Yeah.
Yeah, these are some great points. A lot to learn from you. I also picked up a lot more things from you in this whole conversation for myself. Lots of notes that I have. Obviously, we will be mentioning the names of the people that you took in the show notes. Um, but it's amazing. I just had one question before we end this conversation here. Do you ever feel burnt out? Like, do you feel, okay, I'm truly tired now. I don't want to do this anymore. Have you ever felt that through your journey in the last 31 years where you feel burnt out, basically, that you don't want to
And
do this anymore?
my question back, what do you think?
I have no idea what you must have gone through because I see a lot of
Of course.
enthusiasm in you, but there are times when I
Yeah.
have felt burnt out. So I'm just trying
Yeah.
to learn from your experiences, basically.
Mm,
So do you
mm.
feel burnt out at times? Has it
Yes.
happened?
Many
Uh,
times.
all
Many
right.
times. Yeah. And then I need a change.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, I changed many times. I still stayed in my profession, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I needed to get a change, because otherwise you can end up in not a good way. And
Mm-hmm.
I know many colleagues, they got a heart attack,
Oh.
they got some, illnesses,
Mm-hmm.
sicknesses, because of the stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why I told you at the beginning, take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen into your inner body. Listen what your body needs.
Mm-hmm.
I started to do yoga one
Mm-hmm.
year ago, and it was the most beautiful experience. I was never thinking that it will be possible. You can imagine I was sitting at the beginning for meditation for 2 minutes, and it was so hard. It was so hard to stay for 2 minutes just quiet. Now I am around 20 minutes, and I always wondering, oh, the time is over. I could sit there for another hour.
Mm.
Yeah. And yeah, healthy food, healthy drinks, not that much alcohol. Stop to smoke. If someone is smoking, just stop this. Don't take any drugs. Some people are telling drugs are a mind opener. No,
Mm-hmm.
they are burn, they are brain killer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, every one of us has up and downs in this life, but this is how it goes. First, no one is perfect, and our lives are not perfect. We are here on this earth to manage everything. Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Well, yeah, I mean, yoga, a lot of stories about that as well. But drinking, smoking, I think I've been clean since 2007. I quit and didn't feel like having it again. So I'm off drinking, I'm off smoking, no drugs at all. So I'm pretty clean. But you're right, yoga helps a lot. Meditation really helps to calm your brain. These are some great points. So I think what you meant here was that these things have helped you come back from a burnt out thought process or feeling, I guess. When you say
Right.
change, do you mean change of place or do you mean change of um,
Change of interest field.
mhm,
Try to do something that you keep you comfortable.
mhm,
5 years ago, I wanted to get out of my old company,
mhm.
and my thought was, what can I do for me? And you know what it was? I started to dive.
Oh,
I went, yeah, I went 15 meters underwater surface to feel the inner freedom. Yeah.
mm,
And it was very, very helpful.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's a great
It's
story.
maybe it's a strange idea, but for me it was just wonderful. Yeah. To feel that you are surrounded just by water, that no
Mm,
one talks to you, that
mm,
you are in a completely different field. Because when I'm interior designer, I am almost in the living rooms of people. This time, under the savers, I was surface, I was in the living room of, fishes,
mm,
of a completely different surround.
mhm,
And I wasn't the boss downstairs.
mhm.
There were other rules
Right.
I had to follow, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So this was, yeah, another part of my inner voice. Follow your inner voice.
I think it says feeling burnt out, just dive into yourself. So I think you were diving into yourself basically, not in the
Yeah,
water,
that's true.
and I think it's great. It's been such a wonderful time. I couldn't have asked for more than this. Well, time being always a concern, we'll have to bring this to an end, but this was really amazing. Thank you for being on the show. And I'm really looking forward to having more and many more conversations with you. Even personally, basically, if I'm coming down in June, if it happens, then I will let you know about that.
Yeah, wonderful, Pram. Yeah, and thank you for our contact of LinkedIn. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity to be a part of your podcast. And it's not very common for me. It's quite new.
Yeah, I know
So
that.
it was a really, really good test.
I hope
But
I
I
did
enjoyed
not.
very much.
Yeah, I hope it was not very intimidating for you. It wasn't so. I hope the experience was good for you, basically.
Now the experience was just simply wonderful. Thank
Yeah,
you very much for that. And I hope that we both are very helpful with our podcast, with the interview. To some other people listening to us,
yeah,
to
that's
some
the main
other
idea.
young interior designers. Yeah, right. It's the main idea. And even maybe for some other people, even if they are not working in this field.
Yeah, I mean, just to this whole idea of podcast is also for that. So basically, it doesn't has to be limited to a certain industry or field. This could help anybody who's into a different field but having some similar thoughts and could help them you know, have a blueprint for their success or for the future, basically.
Exactly. And what I feel after this podcast, I could share some thoughts with you, and I feel a very deep satisfaction about this.
Mhm.
This inner enthusiasm, the inner voice, and this satisfaction is just a great gift for a weekend for me and for the next time, for the future. So thank you very much for that. See you again, Prem. Thank you. Have a good time.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we will end this here for everyone, but we can have a few more thoughts here. So yeah, thank you for coming on the show, and I'll definitely see you again.